Okay, well, let's see how this goes. Welcome to, oh, let's see, nobody. Should be interesting. We'll try another VR flight to Jacksonville. The last one didn't go very well. Actually, it went great until, yeah, until the approach and the landing. And then it just, yeah, it just kind of all went south. Because yours truly was not paying attention to the approach and landing and was paying more attention to the chat. So, professional streamer, no. Professional pilot, no. Again, full disclaimers. Yeah, not a professional pilot. Private pilot. Instrument rating. Yeah, not a 737 captain. Anyway. So we'll go from today. We're going to go from Washington National to Jacksonville. Flight time, it's about an hour and 40 minutes. It's going to take us a little while to get things set up because I'm not used to doing this in in VR on a stream. This is the third time I've ever streamed anything, so I have no idea what I'm doing. So we'll see how this goes. So anyway, I loaded up. I loaded the aircraft with the fuel. Well, not the fuel. I entered in the fuel and the passengers and cargo, into the weight and balance. Whoops. Obviously, know what I'm doing here. So this is all ready to go based on our OPF, which is here. Not going to go through all this. This is, just from SimBrief. We're going to go runway 19er, Amy 1 departure, Scoob transition, and then the Looney 1 arrival into Jacksonville, and runway 26. We've got our PDC already from ATC, Potomac Approach. So I guess without further ado, let's go into VR. So give me a few seconds here and I will see anyone who's watching in VR. Let me make sure I've got everything set up. Let me just pop this out real quick. I think we're going to be good. Okay, so give me a minute and I will see everybody in VR in a minute. Okay, so here we are in the ZIBO 738 latest version. What is it? 3.50.22 in VR. So let me do a couple things first. Let me go ahead and pop open a couple of windows here that I'm going to need. First of all,
the audio. I need that. Adjust the music volume and the audio volume for the stream. And let me also pop open the chat just in case anybody is online. And there's the chat, and there's not, which is fine. To be expected. Not a professional streamer. I don't advertise these streams, so it's all good. All right, that's good enough. All right, so there's the chat window. There's our audio window, so we can see that. Let's get XPilot up here so we can see our ATC comms. The Potomac approach is offline now. Okay. That's fine. Let's pull up. Oops. Let's see. Also need to pull up the message console because we did get our clearance. And yeah, there's our clearance right there. Let's also go ahead and get ourselves some power here and turn this off. There we go. And then we can also go ahead and get the IRS aligned. All right. 7 minutes. Goddamn problem. Let's go ahead and call for the fuel truck as well. Oops.
Ground flight deck hose is connected and starting refueling.
Excellent. All right. Again, not an actual 737 pilot, so what you see here is not to be used for training purposes. A lot of what I do is not accurate, and again, full disclaimer, is probably downright wrong. So this is really just to demonstrate what this aircraft and X-plane can do in virtual reality. It's actually really cool. So okay, let's go ahead and get the aircraft set up. So we've got our PDC. We can go ahead and program the FMC. You guys have seen more professional people do this than I ever claimed to be. So again, a lot of this is probably just downright wrong. So we're going from Washington National. We are at gate number 7. And we are going from National to Jacksonville. So I had a flight yesterday from, actually, departing 19er. So let me actually pull up Avitab as well. No, not yet. A flight yesterday from BWI to National that just didn't go very well. It went well until I got to the approach phase, and then I stopped paying attention. Oops, like I'm doing right now. Southwest 2885 is our call sign. So we're going to try to redeem ourselves here pretty much. I'm going to stop talking for a second, and let's actually go ahead and just program the FMC. Okay, National to Jacksonville, runway 19er. Actually, let's get the
Kilo Juliet Alpha X-ray airport information.
Kilo Juliet Alpha X.
Yeah, we don't have any ATIS here. Let me just check the. What I can do is pull up. I have the ATIS here on my. Whoops. not what I wanted to do at all. No worries. It's runway 19er. And we are going to fly the Amy 1 to Scoob. And then at Jacksonville, we were cleared, let's see, to the Looney 1, Descent, Transition, and ILS 26. Let's go ahead and execute that. Make sure that that all works. Let's see. Oh, oops. Yeah. I've already screwed this up.
American 1990.
So Amy 1 to Scoob and then direct ISO. Oh, yeah. And then Juliet 121 airway. To the Charleston VOR, C. Charlie Hotel Sierra. Great. And then let's see, that should be good then. Okay, Charleston. Okay, and then from Charleston, okay, good, excellent. Very good. Excellent. Yep, Looney. Okay, and then onto
Ground
the
flight deck fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
excellent. Thank you. Probably should have started the boarding with the door open. Excellent. Okay. All right, let's pull up the, actually, let's pop open Avitab in a bigger window here. And, oh, okay, so that is our, that's the clearance that I wrote down there. Let's actually pop open the flight plan. And let's see, I know cost index is going to be, oops, it's going to be 20. Oh boy. A rip-roaring start here, everybody. 20. Reserve fuel is going to be, let's call it 3.2. Good. Cruise altitude is flight level 360.
American 1992, departing runway 30, Washington, Duluth.
And let's get the, let's see, winds at TOC. .55 at 4.6. 4.6. Enter that here. Oh, Matt Burgess. Hey. Welcome. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Okay, excellent. Yeah, good, good. I got somebody to tag along with. Now I'm not just talking to myself. All right, let's see how this one goes. Matt, last night didn't go very well. Again, really just botched the approach and landing. So let's see if we can do better this time. Okay, a little bit more jittery today. I don't know. I'm having some FPS issues with something with my machine. Oh, that's 15.1. 5. It's in here. Excellent. Steep descent after land. I always get that. All right. Flat 5 takeoff as usual. CG 5.5. So there we go. V speeds 4.8. Whoa, man, so touchy in VR1. Let's see. Excellent. You know what we should also do? Let's turn up the panel lighting a little bit here. you sort of have to manipulate the view, or I do anyway, just the way I have this thing set up, you know, in VR to be able to reach everything. The panel lights up. Turn this up. This up as well. And let's go 122 point.
American 1992, airborne, clear of runway 30, climbing via Scram, departure.
22.8 Unicom. Oops. Go. Okay. Excellent. And also let's put in, you know what? So that's set. Let's go ahead and put in our transponder code 3702. Oops. 3702. There we go. 3702. I'll hop in the ZIBO too. Sweet. Matt, excellent. You're gonna pop in at National? It'd be awesome. Do a flight of 2 from National to Jacksonville. Excellent. Okay, so that's it. Let's go ahead and turn the transponder on. So, all right. I always screw this up. The VATSIM Unicom frequency is 122. Is it 122.8? Matt? Anybody? I think. Yeah, I don't know. I think it is 122.8. We'll just go with that. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. All right. All right. That's all set. And okay, yeah, IRS is aligned. Excellent. And we can turn the fuel pumps on. Have anything in the center tank? Yeah, it's a little jittery. Yeah, my machine is just not, I don't know, something going on. It might have something to do with the intense cloud deck, but that's fine. Let me. And Washington traffic, Southwest 2885, just a radio check, anybody listening? Oh, maybe not. Okay. Okay, so dude, I think they wanted us to maintain 5,000. Although I don't see Potomac approach online, so we may end up clearing ourselves higher. I think they popped offline. What's departure frequency? 119.85. They're not online. It's Atlanta Center and Jacksonville Center, and that's it. So, thanks, Matt. Yeah, I always screw that up. I don't know why. Okay, everything looks pretty good. Let's start the APU. Oops, put up that. All right, PR, love it. Start the APU. Good. Everything else is set here. I'm gonna turn those on just so I don't forget. Let's turn those on. Matt, I don't know if you can see. Is everything kind of jittery, or how's the frame rate look from your perspective? I think it looks better actually on the stream sometimes than what I'm seeing, but it seems a little bit jittery for some reason. All right, let's see. Get another sip of coffee here. I haven't had enough coffee tonight. There we go. I love the uncovered coffee cup. Somebody told me there was a mod that you can get that changes the coffee cup. It seems like a silly yet useful mod. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put the APU on so I can send the jet bridge away. And also what I'm going to do is call for our pushback.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Great news. He's so enthusiastic about that. Great news, Captain. All right, cool, Matt. Excellent. Yeah, because it's a little choppy for me, but again, I think it has to do with the cloud deck. Last night, it was super smooth in my headset. And it looked pretty good when I watched the stream back, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, I'll just set our heading bug to runway heading. Probably should also set the altimeter. I think it changes with liveries. Yeah, oh, maybe it does. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question, or a good point. I don't know. I've been using the Southwest livery and, of course, the Alpaca Airways livery. So 2958.
All right. Looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
All right. Still super low pressure. 29. What is it? 58 is what I wrote down. And that looks like it is the airport elevation. We can check. Wow, it's super big. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. It's pretty much sea level here. That's pretty good. All right, cool. And we're sitting here at stand, where are we? Alpha 7, Alpha 8, something like that. Probably also doesn't help the frame rate that I have so many windows open. I mean,
welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected.
System
bypass pens inserted.
isn't
Go
that
and fill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Okay, let's see. Let me make sure that my throttle quadrant is where I like it. My daughter was flying earlier in VR in the 172, and she did awesome, man. But she moved around all the controls. All right, parking brake has been killed.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
All right, let's do it. Tax off. Round 1. N2. I need some engine starting music here. Let's see. I gotta get some better music or different music. I love the lo-fi music. There we go. Oh yeah, it's so relaxing. Oh, fuel. Pay attention. Yeah, I can see now why my frames are getting crushed. Look at all of that overcast. This is just active sky injecting real weather. I have it set to daytime just because I just wanted to fly during the day because it's nighttime here. But it's real, atmospheric conditions. Ground 1. And yeah, I think the active sky clouds, any kind of clouds, crush performance in X-Plane. Whoops. Pay attention. Probably should start using the checklist. I used to use the checklist religiously. All right, fuel. Oops. But I sort of got away from that because I got super confident flying this in just VR by myself, not online, and it has caused me to really screw some things up. I guess there's sort of a lesson there that you should just have checklist discipline. Oh, come on, then. Okay, AP is off. All right, pressurization panel looks good. Everything looks good. I think we're good there. So I haven't screwed any of that up yet.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Parking brake set, thanks.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Take your time. But man, the ZIBO, I don't know. I love this airplane. All right, let's go ahead and do our flight controls. Forward, full aft. Right thumb up. I have the snow wing there. It's just like I do in the Piper. Left thumb up means right aileron up. Fall back. And rudders. Man, the seat is even way far back. My daughter definitely adjusted all these things differently. There we go. Sorry for all the jitteriness. They do. I can't wait for them. Matt says they do. I can't wait for them to try to use all the resources in X-Plane 12. Yeah, no doubt. Me too.
On the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
All right. Thanks for the pushback and have a fantastic weekend. See ya. guess we can leave those on. I don't usually have those set to on. All right. Blank the lower DU. Flaps 5. Man, I got so many windows. Totally, man. I think we should try to use checklists in the sim just to get used to it. Yeah, no doubt you should. I have a minor confession to make. When I was flying back from Myrtle Beach 2 weeks ago, I missed one step, and I was actually I wasn't rushing, but okay, I'll say it. I rushed a little bit through one of my checklists, and the only door except for the baggage door, I forgot to latch it, and I noticed a really crazy like whooshing sound about halfway, about a quarter of the way into the flight, and it was the door had popped open about an inch. It was basically being held on by just the door handle latch. Basically just giving ourselves a clearance to 19, by the way. I kicked myself. I'm like, I can't believe I did that. Wow, this is really jittery. FPS is not good. Huh. Okay, well, hopefully when we get airborne out of the DC area, that will fix itself. Where am I going here? All right, yeah, let's just taxi down. I see another, okay, Southwest there. And Washington traffic, Southwest 2885 is taxiing to 19 on Juliet's national traffic. Probably some taxi lights too. That's supposed to be there. And you know what? I can send this away. I don't need that up. Get rid of that. All right. Could have been worse. At least you learned about it. Yeah, I did. It shouldn't have been a lesson that I have to learn. I always sort of pride myself on the fact that I'm good with checklists no matter what in real life. And I think if I had had a passenger with me, I had just dropped off a passenger at Raleigh Exec, and I was a little bit rushing to get home because it had been a long weekend and already kind of a long day of flying. But no excuses. Yeah, just either use the checklist or do your flow and then refer back to the checklist. And I just didn't, and you're right, it could have been a lot worse. A door popping open, this is an unpressurized, single engine piston airplane. It's not an emergency. I was able to, I had the autopilot on. I think I was in cruise, and maybe I was climbing, I don't know. I wasn't in IMC. I was able to rely on the automation to fly the aircraft. While I reached over, I pushed the door open a bit and then just slammed it shut and latched it, and no harm, no foul. But if you have passengers, they freak out if the door pops in. Look at this terrible taxiing. We're just gonna go ahead and clear ourselves for takeoff. We're only human.
Contact
exactly.
ATC.
Oh, that was you,
clearance.
Matt. That was you on the left. All right, cool. All right, let's do this. Yeah, sweet. All right. Let's get out of here. APU is still on. Jeez. Yeah, checklists, people. Checklists.
Clear for departure.
All right, clear for departure. Let's go. All right, let's do this.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a
All
good
right,
flight.
you too. So they wanted us to climb to 5,000, but there's no ATC, so I guess we can just go ahead and clear ourselves up to flight level 360. I don't know. Washington traffic, Southwest 2885's departing 19 on the Amy 1 departures. Washington. All right, we'll go. Let's go. Haha, I see you over there. Nice. All right, Matt. See you in a bit.
80 knots.
Check. Place forward pressure. Oh boy. Come on.
V1, rotate.
Rotate. Alright.
Positive rate.
You're up. On flight directors. Very good.
400.
Check. Looking good. Trim. Alright.
1000.
Come on, up onto the flight directors. Okay. Good. There's the automation. Landing gear lever off. Stowed flaps up. N1 VNAV LNAV set. Excellent. Yeah, there's no ATC here. Don't even, of course. That's what straps are for. Exactly. Let's go. I agree. Let's go. Let's get out of these clouds so my FPS will stop crushing me here. Jeez. Yeah, forget hand flying. I don't know. I botched so much during that last flight. I think we'll rely on as much automation as possible. What I did.
Washington traffic Delta 155, switching to Aorus approach, runway 19er, 10 miles Delta 15, Washington traffic.
There's somebody else coming in here, Matt. Your IRS are still aligning. It's funny. Yeah, you got to set that to short. Oh, all right, we're leveling off. No. Whoops. No. Altitude. Oops, that was not the right altitude to out intervent. Darn it. And we're off to a good start again here. Yeah. Let's see. That should start us on a climb, right? No? Flight level change. Actually, you know what? I screwed this up already. Just go VNAV.
1000 to go.
Through the clouds. No. Why are you doing that? Alt intervent should get us up, right? Why is it doing this? There we go. Okay. Let's go. That's better. I was entering 360 and I think in the climb page. Anyway, here we go. Back on track. Nothing to see here in terms of busting any speed restrictions under 10,000 feet. Let's pretend ATC had said to delete the speed restrictions somehow. Anyway. Oh, you totally should, Matt. Stream it. Discord is cool for streaming. I did like a quick stream on Discord a couple weeks ago, or maybe last week. The quality kind of stinks, but it is good for just messing around. I don't know. John said he was going to stream the... He's going to take the Concorde into Gibraltar for some reason. I said I will absolutely take time out of my day to watch that. Oh my goodness. Okay. We never even did switch over to... There's nobody on approach. I mean, there's not. I mean, they gave me an approach or a departure frequency for Potomac approach, but they're not showing up as online. So, and they would have sent me a nasty gram if they were. All good. So yeah, this is probably going to be an ATC less flight for a lot of it. Unfortunately, I thought we'd have some ATC, but oh well. Alright, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of, we can keep that. Where are we? Where are we here? No, I don't like night mode, thank you. There we go. Yeah, already the FPS has gotten better as we've gotten above the cloud layer and outside of the DC area. I think what it wasn't just the overcast layer. I think it's just the looks like the active sky is injecting multiple layers, which is awesome. But man, it do what you want flight, no doubt. I need one of those after last night. It just, I don't know what happened. I mean, it was busy in Jacksonville. I just wasn't paying attention. That barrel rolls everywhere. Yeah, like Bob Hoover style, right? Didn't he, was it a 707? I think it was a 707 that he barrel rolled. I mean, that's crazy. Landing lights can come off at this point. This should have been off already. Taking the flight attendants so they get up out of their seats, even though we're at 14,000. Yeah. Not a professional pilot. Okay, now we got some ATC. Oh yeah, Newark. That's not going to help us much. Gotta go on the other way. Yeah, I like to do what you want flights. Although, I don't know, it's kind of... I actually like having ATC sort of makes it a little bit more realistic. Bug. Alright. Let's oops, let's pull up the OPF. Let's zoom in a little bit. Just forgot to set the timing as well. Oh well. Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, that guy was a legend. Is a legend still. I mean, yeah. I've never actually, I'm not going to do it now, but I've never even just for fun barrel rolled the ZIBO. Maybe somebody should try that on stream. There wasn't even flight sim trolls back then to check. Exactly. No doubt. It's funny. I love how in VR these things just pop up right in your field of view. I love to take these and just fling them back there. Like, oh, where'd it go? Gone. Oh. Standard. Cross-checked. Sure. Good stuff. What's our next waypoint? Colin in 9 miles. Alright, Colin. At Colin. A friend named Colin. Let's see. Okay. 7.1. Well, it doesn't like the fact that we haven't burned that fuel in the center tanks either, so let's get rid of that. So yeah, that's about 7.1, and then we've only used a ton, and it says we should have used 1.5 tons. Yeah, so this is fine. I don't know. It's always interesting to see how SimBrief has you challenge accepted, Matt. Yeah, do it. I dare, just do it. Do it. Barrel roll the ZIBO. Hang on, more coffee. Let's. All right. All right. Yeah, we're almost at Colin, and yeah, the fuel looks good. I like to check just that SimBrief is doing what it's supposed to do, and SimBrief is so cool for a free tool. Like when Navigraph bought SimBrief, I thought maybe they'd start charging for it, which would have been cool because I pay for Navigraph charts anyway. So I would kind of assume that I was going to get you know, the SimBrief service anyway with my subscription, but it's so cool that they left it free. It's just such an amazing tool, and the numbers are just bang on. I mean, I guess from streams that I've seen from professional pilots, you know, for the airliners, but then even for the GA aircraft, it's awesome. Like I compare like the numbers that I get out of ForeFlight for my own, you know, for the Piper with what SimBrief spits out, and it's bang on. It's awesome. So thank you SimBrief, and thank you Navigraph for not charging you know, people to use it. The instant weather change, very realistic, very immersive. Jacksonville traffic south of 789. Barrel rolls overlay on Jacksonville. Absolutely. Oh, dude, Matt, if Jacksonville is offline, although it looks like they've got Center up right now, but yeah, if Jacksonville goes offline, totally do it. Yeah, no, SimBrief is awesome, Matt. I think there's another service people use, maybe, I don't know. I forget even. I've never used anything other than SimBrief. It's awesome. All right, so what I'm gonna do before I forget to do it, because for some reason during these streams, I don't know, I just end up talking and forget to do like everything that I would normally do if I was just sitting here by myself. I mean, I am by myself, but you know what I mean. I forget to do stuff, so I'm going to put in the descent winds now. I don't know, a good instructor a long time ago said, get as ahead of the airplane as you can possibly get. Sometimes I think I get too far ahead of the airplane. Like, I'll brief the approach way early. Get the ATIS as absolutely early as possible, and then brief the approach, and then they'll change runways. But no, in all honesty, I mean, briefing the approach as early as possible, getting the ATIS, programming the avionics for the expected approach as early as possible is just, it's so helpful, because then when you get time, you know, when it comes time to actually execute the approach, or when you're getting close to the approach, you don't end up fumbling around with things, and you've already got everything programmed, and it just is such a workload reducer and a stress reducer. Okay, 310, 200, and 10,000. Okay, oops. There we go. Okay, it's a 280 at 56. Oops. Darn it. 280 at 56. 200. 277 at 55. Oh no. 55. Which is 271 at 37. 271 at 37. Cool. Alright, execute. Excellent. Very good. Okay, so we're headed to Scoob. So maybe one more fuel check. Sam always says how accurate SimBrief is to the real thing. Yeah, man. Yeah. And if he says it's accurate, I mean, that's, yeah. I believe that a million times. Ahead of the airplane is all I hear from aviation videos. Yeah, man. I mean, it's so true. Lou Dix. Matt, yeah. Lou Dix is actually really cool. His videos are super, I mean, they're informative, but his style is so, I don't know, it kind of resonates a little bit. Like, his enthusiasm and like his love of aviation just really comes through in his videos, which is cool. I mean, you know, you can really see his passion for flying you know, in the videos that he puts out there. It's funny because I actually started, I forget how I came across his stuff. It was a long time ago. I think he was still getting his instrument rating when I first started watching his stuff. But anyway, yeah, no, I like Lou Dix a lot. The only thing he's got that kind of tagline. He says, "Welcome to the sky." Come on, man. But I mean, hey, you gotta have a tagline. That's not a bad one, I guess. All right, so where are we? We just passed Scoob. 1.8 gone and 6.8 remaining. Okay, that's right on. So cool, right? Oh my gosh. Oops. Yeah. We are good on gas, man. And we've got a long time until we get into JAX Center. So, go. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, Lou Dix is good. I'm trying to think of who else is good in terms of like aviation guys that I subscribe to. Actually, it's funny. I don't watch a lot of like, you know, real world aviation channels. 310 Pilot is good. I like Baron Pilot. He's pretty good too. I love the Baron. He's good. His content is good too. And there's another guy that I actually really like. He doesn't put out a lot of videos. His name is SoCal Flying Monkey, and I think he's a film producer in California, maybe LA, that area. Anyway, he flies a Cherokee 6, and all of his videos, and he doesn't do a lot of them, but they just kind of revolve around family and you know, him flying with his family to do like cool stuff. And the production quality of his videos are just so good because I think he's a film producer or a director. He's in the, you know, media content production business for his, you know, his real job, and his videos are just so good, and they always involve his wife and kids and getting them to fly. It's so cool. There's Matt says there's a comment he shared in one of his videos saying, "I think this guy would benefit for a more serious training environment." And Lewis ripped him a new one on the video. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, that's I mean, I guess there's different learning styles for everybody. It's interesting, like when I did my primary training, I should probably pay attention. We're almost at the top of the climb here. When I did my primary training, the woman who was my CFI, and she was my CFI almost through my entire training. And unfortunately, the flight school that I was with, it closed down, and I had to go with somebody else who ended up being absolutely awesome as well. But her teaching style was super direct, and like I like direct instruction. You know, like if I'm learning something and it's being taught by an instructor, I like direct feedback, and I mean like super direct. And I told her this. I said, look, you know, you she said to me, she said, look, my style is kind of direct. You know, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm not going to BS with you. And I said, you know, that's perfect. That's how I like to learn. You know, give me immediate feedback and don't sugarcoat it.
1,000 to go.
1,000 to go. Let's check the flight 360. She took that to heart, I guess. And man, yeah, she was super direct. I can't repeat the things that she would say sometimes, but yeah, I think I learned a few new curse words from her in a good way. I mean, she was awesome. And then when that flight school unfortunately closed, my other instructor was awesome too. He was kind of similar in his directness, and we just clicked. So you got to find a flight instructor that you click with, I guess. Is kind of the point here. Let's see what we have here. Atlanta Center, we're not going to talk to them. Dover Tower is online. That's cool. Newark, Peterborough. Yeah, that's the opposite direction. It's like JAX Center might be the next one. So, what is it? 135925. Oops. 135925. I got to stay a little bit ahead of the airplane. I mean, like super ahead of it, because again, I tend to, like last night, I just kind of got lost chatting with you guys and sort of forgot about the approach. So, let's see. Put this away. We can put this away. Let's look at the approach. So, Looney 1. Descent at or above 280. Descent at or above 280. And then vents between 300 and 260. Yep. And then the next, I say Looney between 12,000 and 8,000. Good. And then is that it? Leighton at 3. Yeah, okay. Leighton at 3, and then Tickery, Dalton. Tickery, and yeah, cool. All right, well, that's for 2.6. Looney, and then Leighton. This is an interesting one, though. Oh, Leighton is here. Okay, yeah, so that makes sense. And then that pretty much puts us right onto the approach, and I'm sure I won't botch it like I did last night and hit. So on my throttle quadrant, I just have a Thrustmaster, what is it, TM 16,000, and the little thumb button, I have it reversed, so it's on my right side. And the little thumb button is Pat, you're just starting engine 1. You need to catch up, man. Swap out that 738 for a Concorde. Come on, Mach 2, you can beat me. Concorde into Jacksonville, let's go. Anyway, like I was saying, the thumb button I have mapped in a lot of the GA aircraft I fly just to the gear lever, it's the gear toggle. So I was on the approach into Jacksonville last night, and I hit, for some reason I decided to hit the thumb button thinking I was gonna throw the gear out, and that's toga, and I hit the thumb button and it put me into toga mode, and just things went off the rails, and I had to do a go around. And then for some reason, and I can't blame the airplane. I don't know if it was the airplane or if it was the operator, and it probably was the operator given past performance. I got like a left turnout, and for some reason I bugged a heading that was to the left, and the plane just started going right, and I was in heading mode. I don't know, so much was going wrong, and then ATC questioned me, and I said I thought that I got instructions to turn right. I mean, I reviewed the stream. I definitely was wrong, and even in the sim, I didn't lose my cool, but I said something like, yeah, well, go ahead and give me a phone number then, or I don't know. I actually regret saying that to the guy, but he was cool. He didn't escalate things or anything. Anyway, long story short, I just ended up discarding the automation, and I hand flew the visual approach on the go around on the mist, and ended up. I mean, the landing was okay, but by that point, I was kind of rattled. And that's another thing, you'll learn right away is, fly the airplane first, just aviate, navigate, communicate, aviate first, fly the airplane, that'll get drilled into your head. No matter what happens, fly the airplane. If stuff is going south and, you're just the plane isn't doing what you want it to do, but you still have ATC yakking in your ear about this and that. I hate to say it, fly the airplane first, ignore ATC, keep the blue side up, declare an emergency if you have to, you know. Actually happened to me once in IMC, and it was a combination of automation doing stuff that I didn't think it was supposed to be doing. The automation, what it was doing that I didn't think it should be doing was it was putting us into a pretty sharp bank, so I was getting disoriented as well. So spatial disorientation, automation not doing what it was doing, and I got confusing instructions from ATC. So like 3 things lined up, and ended up putting the plane into what amounted to the start of what's called a graveyard spiral. I mean, I started banking, you know, hard, and that, I don't know if you could see it in VR, but like the AI was like ending up like this, and then like this, and all I saw brown. I saw brown and a little bit of blue, but it was tilted like this, and what, you know, your instincts are all screwed up, your inner ear is whacked out because you're spatially disoriented, and all I wanted to do was pull up. And when you pull up, when you're in a bank like that, you increase the you increase the bank, you increase the G-forces as well on the plane, and you end up in this, it's called a graveyard spiral. And thank God I had, my airplane partner was in the plane too, and he's a CFII with a lot more hours than I had, and he and I got out of it. He got us out of it. It wasn't he got us out of it. He saved our lives. We could have metal plated the side of a hill on the Blue Ridge Mountains really easily, but he rolled wings level first, and then he pulled us back up. You always roll wings level first, because if you pull back, you just increase the G-forces, you increase the... anyway, it's hard to even talk about. It's pretty scary. Those accents are scary when you hear them. Yeah, man, Matt, and it's so real. Like, spatial D is such a real thing. And for instrument training, what you end up doing is basically, you get your instrument rating in the U.S. anyway. The number of hours of actual IMC that you have to get your instrument rating are 0. You have to have 0 hours of actual IMC. You don't have to spend a single second in actual instrument meteorological conditions. I mean, you do a lot of it's all simulated. You know, you put these things on called foggles, and foggles are basically glasses that limit, you know, everything from the top half of your vision, and you know, only lets you see the instruments theoretically rather. But in practice, even with the foggles on, I mean, you get visual cues from your periphery. You can see out of the side, even if you try not to see out of the side. I mean, you can see stuff. It's not the same. Being inside of hard IMC, and especially hard IMC when the plane is bucking around because this thermal's taking you up and down. If it's summertime, you're inside of, you know, some thick cumulus or something. Man, it's pretty cool. But you got to really, the one maneuver I always hear is to roll wings level first. Yeah, Matt, exactly. If you're in an unusual attitude and it's a dive, you know, if you're just seeing brown in the AI, the first thing in the recovery is go wings level, and then adjust and then pull back on the yoke or the stick, whatever you're flying, and get yourself out of the dive. But roll wings level first, because if you don't, the G load that gets put on the airframe is incredible. I should know the numbers, but I forget. But it's like, if you're in I think a 60-degree bank is like twice the 2 Gs, and then a 90-degree bank is even worse. And if you're in a dive, it's even worse. Anyway, you're right, Matt. Just first step is, if you're like this, it's wings level, and then pull up and recover from the dive, and then and then change your underwear if it's in real life. Man, that was a scary day. I remember we were just shooting, well, we were going to do practice approaches, but we were in real IMC. So we ended up getting back, you know, with the blue side up, and everything was okay. And we got back, we declared an emergency initially. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I definitely said, you know, declaring. And then once we got right, ATC came back on and said, hey, is everything okay? I said, yeah, I think we're good. And he said, you know, do you want to continue the approach? And maybe it was just the adrenaline or whatever. I don't know. I said, yeah, let's continue the approach. So he put us back in the. We were actually in a hold, which is what kind of screwed us up. And the automation banked the plane in a way that we didn't expect. Long story short, completed that approach. You know, not to minimums, but you know, I think we broke out at 1,000 feet, and then went missed on purpose. You know, we're just doing practice approaches. So we flew the missed, and then just bugged out and went back home. And you know, landed. Actually, had a pretty good landing. I was flying. I was in the left seat. My partner was in the right, and then I was doing the landings because my Piper doesn't have toe brakes on the right side, so it's better for just the left seat guy to do the landings just because I got brakes. Landed, you know, taxied, shut down, and I just got out of the plane and was shaking. And my partner was like, hey man, you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm all right, but you want to go grab like a beer? Like, that was the best tasting beer that I've ever had in my life. Oh my gosh. And we talked it through. I mean, my partner's can't really say too much about him, but let's just say he's done some more dangerous stuff than what we experienced in parts of the world that are really, really, really dangerous and involves, you know, getting shot at and shooting back for a living. Anyway, and he and I talked through it, and he said, yeah, it's just, you need to get back up and do it again. You can't quit. You know, you got to just put this behind you. Long story short. And we went up and flew again. So it was definitely right to learn that stuff, even in PPL training, in case you do end up at IMC. Yeah, Matt, where do you do? I don't know where are you located? If you're in the States, I'm in the States, and for your PPL in the US, for your private, you have to do, I think it's 3 hours, if I remember correctly. They want you to do 3 hours of simulated instrument, you know, training, even, you know, for your PPL. And honestly, it's not enough, because inadvertent flight, you know, flight from VMC into IMC inadvertently is a killer if you don't know what to expect and sort of how to handle it. It's a killer. Yeah. Oh, dude, Matt, it was the best beer I've ever had. I can remember every sip of it. I remember where we went. There's a place. It's actually a really nice. I've been to reports. It's a kind of one of those craft beer kind of places where they have an outdoor area, and it's like a family-oriented place, to be honest with you. Long story short, I remember the table where we sat. I remember the beer that we got. It was an IPA, and man, it was ice cold, and we sat at this outdoor table, and it was so good. And I wanted another one so bad. Life's too short to keep that with you. Exactly, Matt. No doubt, dude. And life is too short, and you know, you sort of have to take things. I think, I don't know, and this is just the way I kind of see a lot of things in life. You know, when bad stuff happens, learn from it and move on, and don't let it haunt you, or you know, it just eats you up physically inside too. I don't know. Plus, flying is too fun. You know, I told my partner, I was like, nah, dude, I'm done. I can't do this again. I can't fly. And that lasted for until we had that beer. And he's like, no, dude, you got to get back up there. We're going flying tomorrow. And we did, and it was awesome. And since then, I mean, you know, I actually like flying in IMC. It's fun. It's it can be really peaceful in the clouds when you're in the layer, and going through a layer like when it's overcast and a little bit kind of, you know, crappy outside on the ground, and you take off and you punch through that thin layer at like 1,500 feet or whatever, you know, 3,000 feet, and once you get above it, it's awesome. It's so, like, once, you know, and people do this, they don't bring their sunglasses accidentally because it's kind of overcast, and when you punch through the layer and it's just like brilliant sunshine blinding you, and you're on top of these beautiful white clouds, kind of like this, but not as flashy and jagged, but it's so awesome. Anyway. Oh yeah, proper beer then. Yeah, the Discovery Flay, it was better than any drink or drug I've ever tried, to be honest. That's so true. Oh, but it's addictive like a drug. I mean, I've never done any addictive kind of drugs, but apparently flying is addictive like crack or whatever. Again, not from personal experience, but yeah, once you do it, it's like you got to keep doing it, and it can be a really, really just expensive habit, let's just say. I got lucky enough to absolutely dying to get started. Yeah, do it. Just do it. Life's too short. Actually my boss at work, at my job, keeps talking about, you know, he's about ready to retire. He's got, you know, all kinds of great investments that have done really well. You know, he's got one daughter who's about to go to college. They can obviously pay for her school. And he's been talking about getting a boat. And I think he's got some minor health issues, nothing life-threatening. He always talks about getting a boat. And I'm like, man, dude, get the boat. Why are you talking about it? If you want a boat, it's not a yacht, you know, it's a fishing boat. Get the fishing boat, dude. Like, you can afford it. I mean, you've got the investments, you know, you're not going to sacrifice too much out of your life. If it's what you want, go get it, because who knows what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know. Yeah, just do it. I mean, Matt, seriously. I mean, you took the Discovery flight. You know you like it. I mean, you're obviously passionate about sim and flying, and I don't know, just go do it. And if you really, and you know, people, I mean, I don't have tons of money. I had to, you know, save up for it, especially for my private. You know, you'll sort of find a way to make it work. But I'm lucky too. I have a really cool, I just got a great family, and my wife is so supportive. I think if I remember correctly, she sort of just said, you just got to stop talking about doing it and just go do it. Like, why do you keep talking about doing this? Just get out of the house and do it. So, life's too short. All right, man, I'm going to have to step away for about 1 minute. I've had too much coffee, let's just say. And I'm going to need to step away before we get too much closer to, we got so much. Yeah, we got a long way to go. But I got to step away for a second, man. So I will be right back. I got to put the be right back screen up, because when I put this headset down, if I put it down wrong, it will go like inverted and be really disorienting. So give me 1 second. Be right back.
Bank angle, 10 degrees, above flight level 300.
Okay. I think I'm back. Hey Matt, give me like a thumbs up or a K or something like that if you can see the VR experience again. I think I came back. Hard to tell. I have a hotkey mapped in Streamlabs to switch back to VR from that cut screen. I can also type. Cool, man, thanks. Yeah, I've got a keyboard. It's actually my daughter's wireless keyboard from her iPad that I sort of, what do you say, sequestered or commandeered, would be the word, that I can sit on top of this honeycomb yoke. It's actually a perfect fit. Like right on top of the honeycomb yoke, it fits perfectly, and I can reach over the yoke even in VR, almost like if it was an Airbus and I had that table right here, and kind of hack things out in the chat. It's pretty cool. Yeah, this VR is so cool. I don't know, it's just like, even not streaming, I just sit up here sometimes. I'll sit up, again, I'm not up here, I'm actually sitting in a chair in my office, but just take off, do a 2-hour flight, and just kind of relax and cruise. It is so soothing. It's just, I don't know, it's so relaxing. And with the orthos, I mean, it looks like, I mean, I don't know what it looks like from the flight deck of a 738, but I know from back here, I mean, this looks, oops, okay, hold on, let's see if I can get into one of these hot spots. Oops. I mean, this looks like it, I mean, this is just like being on a commercial flight. Like, it's amazing. Except for that flashing cloud. I don't know if that flashing cloud action is coming through on the stream, but I mean, sometimes in cruise I'll just sit back here even and just kind of get to a virtual window. It's kind of crazy, but there's something soothing about it. I don't know. Yes, maybe another Miller Lite, please. Yeah, I know, Miller Lite. Gotta watch my figure or something. I don't know. I'm dying to get the honeycomb, Matt. Yeah, man, it's pretty cool. The honeycomb for the money is just, I mean, it's what, like $299 US? I don't know. It's just, it's so worth it. I don't have the Bravo. I don't think I'm gonna get it either, to be honest. Like, I like in VR, all I need is this. Again, it's the Thrustmaster, like TM 16000, and I have the stick that goes with it. And I actually use the stick when I fly the towless, the 321 towless. But I use the throttle quadrant, and I basically have it turned around the opposite way, and it's a little wonky at first, but it works. I mean, it's just, you know, in VR, what do you need? I mean, you push the thrust levers forward for, you know, more thrust, and you pull them back for less thrust. And I use a little bit of, I forget what kind of grease it is. It's almost like plumbing grease on the rails in the 1600, and it's so smooth. And I've got, you know, the appropriate buttons mapped for flaps, and actually that's about all I need in VR. Anything on the right side I can get with just the right manipulator. I don't even use the left manipulator because there's nothing over here that I need my left hand to do. I mean, my left hand's on the left side of the yoke, even in GA aircraft, and even in GA flying in real life. I mean, my left hand is always on the yoke, or, you know, ready to use the yoke, and my right is either on, well, usually it's on the trim wheel on the Piper, and in the arrow. But it's, you know, my right hand is doing stuff over here, so I don't need the left manipulator in VR. Matt says, got the, oh yeah, okay, so you use the, you have the Oculus too? Yeah, no doubt, Matt. Force feedback, right, I mean, come on. Right, like the Logitech, so, yeah, thanks to, oh man, thanks to those ETS2 streams, I went ahead and bought the, that Logitech, what is it? I think it's the 290, the steering wheel with the you know, the pedals, with the force feedback, and man, that thing is awesome. Like, I don't do a lot of racing. Actually, I do no racing sim, but for like Euro Truck Sim, that force feedback wheel and the pedals is so cool. And in VR, Euro Truck Sim is awesome. Oh, all right, let's see. 13, oh, Jack Center, 133-925. All right, now it's getting real.
6, Houston Center offline, leaving my airspace. Radar services terminated. Change of advisory frequency is approved. Good night.
Hopefully they're not going to remember me from last night.
Welcome, sir. Good night. Southwest 4714, contact Atlanta Center 132.907.
Atlanta Center 132.97, Southwest 4714.
Elite 918, when able, direct Larry, resume on navigation.
Jack Center, good evening, Southwest 2885, flight level 360.
Southwest 2885, Jacksonville Center ident. Exit Jet 918, clear direct Larry, Lima Alpha India, Romeo India, resume on navigation. Direct Larry for exit Jet 918. Southwest 2885, radar contact, 200 miles north of the Grand Strand VOR, maintain level 360.
Maintain 360 for Southwest 2885, thanks. Black market, Matt. Oh man, yeah, I'm probably on some kind of list. No, I don't know. It was just a bad night. They did such a good job last night. I think that there was an FNO going on last night. It was kind of an interesting FNO. It was like Jacksonville and then like Houston or something, and then all the way out to Phoenix.
Biscayne 452, I read your comments in your route, in your flight plan. Are you familiar with how to do uncontrolled field operations? Because the tower's closed in Ocala.
But anyway, it was busy, and they were doing a great job. I mean, I've never had a bad experience
so I'm
on
not sure how
BATSIM.
familiar you are with uncontrolled field
These guys are
operations.
just
The tower closed
pros.
2 hours ago local, so there's no tower there, so it's an uncontrolled field. Are you familiar with how to manage uncontrolled field operations?
Uh-oh.
Okay, 452, roger. Do you have the weather at the Ocala airport? Okay, 452, roger. When able, say your approach request at the Ocala airport.
How far away are we here? Let's see.
Okay, 452, expect the ILS runway 36 approach. The Ocala altimeter is 2985.
It's like another 50 minutes or so. Cool.
Envoy 3563, the Miami Center offline, leaving my airspace. Radar services terminated. Change of advisory frequency is approved.
Matt, I always end up flying drunk in the FNOs. Oh, yeah, last night there were some adult beverages consumed. Man. Hey, this looks like Myrtle Beach down here. Hold on. All right, let's see. Let's go. How do I do that in Abitabi map? I love Avitab, man. It's amazing all the free stuff that we have in Flight Sim, right? For X-Plane, it's just.
FedEx 1016 Heavy, crosswalk tower 3000, cleared ILS runway 14 approach. Crosswalk tower 3000, cleared ILS.
Yeah, it's Myrtle Beach. Down there. So 2 weeks ago, I was down there. Took the Arrow to Raleigh exec to pick up another pilot buddy whose plane was getting some avionics work done. Picked him up, flew from Manassas, where I'm based, to the Raleigh exec, and then from Raleigh exec to Myrtle Beach. Oh man, it was so cool. Landed at Ocean Aviation, is the FBO there. Man, they're so cool. tied down, the first tie down right in front of the FBO. Unloaded the golf clubs, got the rental car, played golf for 2 days, had some great seafood, hung out with another pilot buddy who flew in with a Mooney from Charlotte area. And then flew back out.
Ready to taxi.
So cool. And Myrtle Beach is a cool airport to fly into also. It's a class Charlie. It's super GA friendly. But actually pretty busy. There was a lot of commercial traffic. Spirit and Southwest were landing there, and actually flew in behind a Spirit. I think it was a 320. And then when we were leaving, ended up facing off. So the FBO is on the west side, commercial terminal is on the east side. Just taxiing out to come on, the northbound departure runway, whatever that is, 34 maybe, something like that, 32. And ended up like nose to nose kind of with the Spirit, yeah, the 320, and obviously he got his he got his takeoff clearance before I did. Because I guess they didn't want to wait. They didn't want to make him wait
Charlie,
for me
Victor, Juliet,
taking off at,
when you have information, golf in Orlando, plan the visual approach,
departing at 100 knots or whatever. But it was so cool. Just a cool airport, cool town. Lots of golf. I like to play golf.
2392 out of here, JAX Center. Delta 2392, go ahead. I just want to make sure.
This is pretty realistic in terms. Well, I wasn't at flight level 360. I think we went at, from Raleigh exec to Myrtle Beach, I think we were at maybe 7,000 or 6. Is that east or westbound? I forget, but 6,000 or 7,000 feet. But this is pretty much what it looks like. These orthos are so cool. And yeah, again, it's just so amazing. All the free stuff that you can have for X-Plane to enhance the experience. Matt says that's can't wait to experience when I get my private. Just the fly-ins, trips around the country. Yeah, I think I posted that up there, Matt. Yeah, I think I posted that pic. It was like
2392 cross Lariat, maintain
face to face with
330.
320 across the runway. And then I took a picture of him when he was lining up. I waved. I'm sure they didn't wave back. Got to look up the live ATC recordings from that too, because I think we called tower at pretty much we almost blocked each other out, asking for our takeoff clearance, but he got in just before me. Spirit Wings, 1, 2, 3. He made himself number one. He's like number one. I'm like, all right, he got us. And the other pilot that I was flying with, all right, so he was like, man, you got to call earlier.
Approach course.
What are you gonna do?
Left heading 285.
But yeah, man, Matt, when you get your private, just use it. Oh, just use it. Fly as much as you can. When I got my private, I was, I didn't have a plane yet. I was renting just a 172, and it was so cool just being able to fly, to the beach for the day. To get to the closest beach to my house is about in traffic it can be a 4-hour drive, but by air it's like an hour. You land, you not rent a car, but the beach that I go to, Ocean City, Maryland, just land, get an Uber. It's like a 10-minute Uber drive to the beach, to the boardwalk, and you're there. Spend the day.
Heavy Airbus on the funnel, 5-mile funnel for the crossing runway.
And we got the Piper, and now we've done trips. Myrtle Beach is it's 3 hours by air. By car it's 6, 7, 8 maybe with traffic. Get to fly out to see my dad whenever I want, stuff like that. It's so cool. You just got to use it. Piper 165 number 1, yeah, right. I tried. A little bit of turbulence up here. The wind's doing 26046.
That was American 2759. American 2759, JAX Center, squawk 1054.
Music up a little bit. There we go. I'm gonna remove the idea out of my head. Now I'm back working with money I saved towards it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're passionate about it, like you find a way to make it work and just do it. But it is like an addiction. Like I was renting that 172, and then got together with another guy. Actually, we had me and 2 other partners looking, when we were shopping, and then unfortunately, COVID. We bought the Piper. It was about almost a year, and it's like ended up buying it July of 2020. So we haven't had it that long. But the one partner is a United or American. Is a captain on an Airbus. And at the time they were just shutting down flights, and the threat of furlough was so real. He pulled out, so then it just left me and one other partner, my current partner, and we just found a way to make it work. But we shopped around for a long time until we found the right plane and the right price with the right avionics that we wanted, and we actually lucked out. I mean, we got a great deal on it.
Okay, 452.
Drove down to Florida
To look at the approach.
in July, and
circling approach or just vectors to final.
Did some test flights in it. Had a pre-buy done. Had an A&P check it out. Checked out good.
Okay, can expect that. Thanks.
Drove down in a one-way rental car from Northern Virginia to actually the Jacksonville, just south of Jacksonville. Test flew it a couple times, and it was great. And flew it home the next day. Actually ended up, so flew it home, and then we landed just to get some fuel, and landed in Burlington, North Carolina. And when we landed to get fuel at the FBO, the line guy noticed that we had some fuel dripping out of the from under the cowling. Ended up that one of the fuel lines had sprung a leak. And thank goodness it was a Sunday. Thank goodness they were able to call one of the AMPs from one of the local shops there, and gave us a new fuel hose and put it on for us and patched us up, and we were able to fly it home. So we had some minor issues that first year, but nothing major. We replaced all the fuel lines because they were kind of roached out. Had an issue with some of the gear, the up limiter switches. Our gear, kind of gear in transit light kept going on and off in flight. Easy fix, a couple hundred. It's actually a couple thousand. Nothing is $100 in aviation, by the way. Everything in general aviation is measured by what's called the AMU, the Aviation Monetary Unit, and 1 AMU equals $1,000. Nice to you both. Sorry, chat here. Pandemic has done to me, but it sure got me addicted to aviation, no doubt.
Descend via the Looney 1 arrival, runway 8 transition, Jacksonville altimeter 2982.
We both teamed up to buy an aircraft. Yeah, we did. It just makes sense to me because I can't fly it all the time, and airplanes like to be flown. General aviation aircraft, anyway, they like to be flown. They don't like to sit. And just having a partner who can fly it when I can't fly it is great, and we split the costs, so it's half the cost of everything. Annual inspection is for us is about $3,000 with all the squawks they find. We split that. Split everything kind of right down the middle. Yeah, Matt, AMU. Yeah, you'll once you get into aircraft ownership, you'll learn all about the AMU, Aviation Monetary Unit, and you can't There's nothing on an airplane that costs less than $1,000. It's just a fact of life.
Southwest 2885, descend via the Looney 1 arrival, runway 8 transition, Jacksonville altimeter 2982.
Okay, descend via the Looney 1. I'm sorry, say again the transition for Southwest 2885.
Southwest 2885, runway 8, altimeter 2982.
Okay, descend via the Looney 1, expect runway 8 for Southwest 2885, thank you. Alright, so I gotta do some work here. Runway 8. Not what I have here. Alright, give me 1 second on that.
American 3207, runway 25 right, taxi via November, cross runway 816.
No problem. I'm gonna do this the right way this time.
25 right via November, cross 16.
Alright, let's runway 8. Okay. So let's go here. Looney 1, runway 8. Alright. Charles, give me 1 second here. Looney Layton. Hold on 1 second.
Zero Tango Bravo. Yeah, I guess you're going to executive. I just realized that. Sorry about that. You're going international. Over Zero Tango Bravo.
Layton, and then Libby, and then Vin.
We checked the closure time at executive. It might be closed.
Alright, one thing.
Zero Tango Bravo, the executive tower is closed. You're cleared into the Orlando class Bravo airspace if you need it. At or below 3,000, and the Orlando altimeter 2987. Yeah, your communications are always all messed up on the readback, so I never hear what you say, so I don't know what to tell you about that.
We're going to Charlie
anyway,
2, I think, or Charlie 4, one of these gates over here. Runway 8. Okay, cool. 229.
Charlie Yankee Juliet November, turn 10 degrees right, descend and maintain 3,000. Turn 10 degrees right, descend and maintain 3,000.
I missed the altimeter. Hang on 1 second. Jackson, go here.
Technical Center, right, Delta 2895 with the departing flight level 355, climbing level 320.
Delta 2895, Jacksonville Center, squawk 1022.
Bravo.
1022, Delta 2895.
Set jet 918, contact Atlanta Center, 132.907.
2982.
1 Atlanta Center, 132.97, exit 91. JetBlue 423, you up?
Oops.
Yes, sir, JetBlue 423.
2982.
JetBlue 423, Jack Center, sail
Might as well brief the
passing,
approach.
initial altitude was 3,000.
That makes sense.
We are passing
Yeah, just like friends buying a house together, exactly. Just split it. It just makes more sense, especially with aviation.
Maintain level 310.
Alright, 110.7.
Climb and maintain 310, JetBlue 423. JetBlue 423, turn left heading 340. Left heading 340, JetBlue 423. Delta 2895, radar contacts, 32 miles west of the Ocala VOR.
110.7.
Level 310, that'll be your final.
7.
Maintain 310, Delta 2895.
Actually, Delta 2095. Okay, I see you're actually going on the other side. Climb maintain level 320.
77.
320. Okay.
Cool.
So there's a bunch of people answering the wrong call sign. Delta 2895 only. Delta 2895 only.
An amazing Leech Halloween t-shirt. Explain default scenery textures. Exactly, that would be a pretty funny t-shirt. Alright, so we got this NVIDIA, which is cool, and
Delta JetBlue 423, left turn heading 340, please.
Spin this all the way down to 3,000.
Left to 340, JetBlue 423.
This guy's great, by the way. The
And
JAX center
somebody else
controller
checking
is just, he's always awesome. 1 second here.
Bookie 452, descend and maintain 1,700. Down to 1,700, booking 452.
What was that
American
call sign?
414 to get
Bookie
expected
something?
approach
That's
runway
awesome.
8. Advise when you have information, Bravo at Jacksonville. American 414, can we get an ILS? Say again? Can we get an ILS approach? American 414, expect the ILS runway 8 approach.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask for that ILS too. Just, I borked the visual so badly last
Bookie
night.
452, turn right heading 330, intercept the runway 36 localizer. Right heading 330.
So in general aviation, IFR flying, I do the 5 A's. ATIS, which we've got. Altimeter, we've got. Avionics. we have programmed. And then approach briefings is the 4th A. So let's see. We've got the ILS,
that'll be your final.
runway 8 into Jacksonville, and I don't have jet charts, but usually the date is right here, so I'm going to assume this chart is current.
Up at 1225, turn left, heading 290, please.
110.7.
290 for Delta 1225.
110.7 is set twice. That's checked, then we can cross-check it here. 110.7.
Bookie 4,
Final approach
5,
course
2
077 is checked.
Till localizer, quit ILS runway 36 approach.
Triple checked. Excellent. Missed approach. Climb to 1,000 feet, then the climbing left turn to 3,000 on a 250 heading, and then outbound on the Charlie Romeo Golf VOR 290 radio to Ammonia, and then hold, was directed by ATC. Hopefully we won't fly the mist, but we can do it if we have to. We did it last night.
American 414, looks like you're off the arrival, turn right heading 290,
and
vector, turn right
the
heading
DA
250,
is
vector to the final approach course,
229 feet, which is checked.
10,000.
And check. Alright, cool. And then we'll do the approach checks when we get closer. So that's the 5 A's. ATIS, altimeter, avionics, approach briefing, and approach checks.
Climb into 90,000, 1225.
You guys have a standard FAA chart right there. I see them on Lou Dix's videos. Yes, I don't have jet charts. I have a ForeFlight subscription. And with my, what is it, ForeFlight, I guess, Pro, it comes with just the standard FAA charts and approach plate. You can pay more through ForeFlight to buy the jet charts, but I just don't, for me, I don't see the value just for a private pilot flying IFR. I'm used to the FAA charts. The jet charts are nice, they're more colorful. I think the layout is a little bit better. But pay the additional money is just, I'm not doing it. So, alright.
Delta 1225, turn right, heading 325.
20 miles from the TOD.
Turn right,
alright.
325.
I think I've got all this set up correctly this time. So Matt, where are you right now, by the way, in your flight?
Roger, flight 1220, Jacksonville Center, roger. American 414, turn right, heading 260. Right, 260, man.
So let's see, let's go to like Layton. At 3. Layton at 3.
American 3207,
10 knots, sweet.
altitude.
Altitude.
1,000. American 3207, climb and maintain level 320.
For some reason in my mind, every time ATC says say altitude, I mentally say in my mind altitude, and then I chuckle. I've never said it out loud.
330 for 1225.
I don't know why I do that. I think maybe I heard one guy on the radio once say that, and I don't know.
360.
Looks like Ireland has its own charts on the go also. Oh, cool. Oh, so are you in... You're a Partle. Okay, cool. So are you in Ireland, Matt? I don't know where you are.
Turn 10 degrees right, so to maintain 4,000.
I've never been to Ireland. I would love to go. Half of my family heritage is Irish, from Ireland.
And
English Irish is my
Mach .79
heritage lineage, I guess, and some Dutch too. There's some Dutch mixed in there.
It will maintain 29er.
Actually miss Europe, UK. When I was younger, my wife and I took a lot of trips over there, and I love it. I think if we ever decided to leave the States and move anywhere, it would be actually probably France. We really kind of fell in love with Normandy when we were over there. It's an amazing part of the world.
1936. Southwest 515.
Anyway.
Biscayne 4, Bucky 452, no traffic observed between you and the Ocala Airport. Radar services terminated. Change to common traffic advisory frequency is approved.
That's what we have in Jacksonville. We got, hey, we got Tower. So we've got Center, who we're on with. 125. Oh, nice, Matt. So you are in Ireland. Awesome.
07, turn right, direct the Craig, the Arch.
I gotta do some virtual flying over there. I've done it. I lived in London for 6 years before COVID. Sweet. Yeah, London is awesome. I love it. That's a great city. It's just such a, I don't know. It's just I feel so comfortable in London. I love it. In France, yeah. So we took probably too long of a story to tell now, but my wife and I and some traveling friends of ours, friends we used to travel with, just did a 2-week tour of the northern part of France, you know, like Paris, and then we went to Normandy to Bayeux. You know, saw all the Normandy, the beaches, the landing sites, and then went over further east to Mont Saint Michel for driving, you know, tourist area, but whatever. And then we drove to Amboise, which kind of it was a nice town, kind of pretentious, but we had a really good time, let's just say. And then back to Paris for another couple of days. France was cool too. Alright, so we got, oh man, I should pay attention here. So we got Jacksonville Tower, 118.3. So let's tune that, staying ahead of the airplane, 118.3. And usually, if I'm flying in real life, I would have ground and ATC over here. So in the Aero, in the Piper, I keep like the air frequencies on the first radio, and then the ground and ATC frequencies on the second.
Say something back that I think you didn't hear me, and I'm going to say it again. So just say okay, or we're looking, or something like that.
Yikes. 108.3. And that says it's great because it's so multicultural. Yeah, great hub for everyone around the world. Made great friends from all over there. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's like a world city. It's just it's a global city. I mean, Washington. So I live close to Washington D.C. It's also kind of a multicultural world city, but man, D.C. is just, these days. I live about 15 miles as the crow flies from Washington, D.C., and I haven't been in the city in probably over a year. I just stay out of it. Too much going on there with politics, obviously, but anyway, yeah, London is awesome. Well, airplane icon usually shows up on this. Whoops, well, oh well. Fly the airplane, right? That's what I did not do last night, was fly the airplane. That's fine. Are we gonna go down? There we go. Alright. VNAV. Alright, let's go, ZIBO. I guess we should, I don't know what they do in real life here, but alright.
Charlie Yankee Juliet November, runway 36 left, clear to land, winds 2803. Clear to land, Charlie Yankee.
Should do a PA too, right? Initial descent. There we go. Like a pro pilot. Something like that. I think if I was a lot younger and, you know, didn't have a family to come home to, I would have continued on after IR to commercial and
Epic 3-1 Heavy JAX Center cleared to the Charlotte Douglas
International
International Airport
and on ATP and actually flown for a living, but it's too late. Totally, man. Always had a great time in France. Yeah, man. Yeah. I've got some. I can't tell some of the stories
and 1033
of the times that we had in France and Paris and on that trip. And then we actually did a cruise, one of those Viking river cruises.
That first waypoint is actually down in Charleston, which
from
is out of
Amsterdam. This was, I guess our daughter was already born, but we still took some time away. Took about 2 weeks.
You
Did
may
a
want to take a look at your routing.
trip to Amsterdam and then a river cruise down the Rhine, France, Germany.
You're going all the way down
So
to Orlando
fun, so
International.
fun.
Friend, we want
We were
to
in
do
DC
some
in
approaches over there.
2010. One memory is making a terrible decision to wear jeans since I was traveling from New York City and wasn't
All right,
expecting
Epic
temperature
31, give
rise.
me a second to get back with you. That's not
Dude,
exactly
Matt,
the way it works.
yeah,
so just
the
give me a
temperature
second,
here
please.
is
American 414,
it's crazy. I don't know when you came to DC in 2010, but yeah, it can be either frigid cold or just blazing hot. I mean, in June, July, August, even September, it's worse than Florida. People complain that Florida is hot and humid. At DC, I swear, DC used to be considered a hazard, or not a hazard, a hardship location for diplomats. Back in the early to mid, I think, even 20th century, diplomats living in DC would,
turn left heading
I've heard,
110,
get
intercept
like
the runway
hardship pay.
equalizer.
It was a miserable place to be. Although I was in London once. This was in 2005, 2004. I don't know which year it was. Where they had a heat wave in London. This was in August, and man, it was brutal because not a lot of air conditioning, I guess. And oh my gosh, I sweltered in London. That was a cool trip to London, and then actually flew to Sardinia
Delta 1095, Jacksonville Center under contact.
during that trip. Sardinia, that's a cool place. I've never felt so out of place in terms of like out of my. Oops, did not mean to do that. No. Oops.
Epic 31, so you want to come to Orlando?
So many rich people in Sardinia. Holy cow!
Orlando International.
Never seen. I've never seen so many boats with helicopters on the back of the boat than I did in Sardinia.
Why don't we just clear you to Orlando International, and then we can give you another routing up to. You're eventually going to go back to Charlotte.
Maybe we should do like the performance too.
Yeah, we're looking to go from Orlando to Charlotte. Epic 31.
Okay. I don't understand, sir. You filed out of Myrtle Beach. You have a flight plan from Myrtle Beach to Charlotte.
All right, so I don't like to do the math. So 61.9.
If you want us to refile to Charlotte, we could do that.
Oh my gosh, 1.9.
Okay, Epic 31, you filed from Myrtle Beach to Charlotte, coming all the way down to the Orlando VOR, and I guess going back, I didn't look up all the fixes, but I don't understand what you're asking me to do.
We'll just go from Myrtle to Charlotte.
61,900. What is the...
Alright, Epic 31, I mean, I have no problem if you want to come to Orlando, but just do a flight plan from Myrtle Beach to Orlando, and then we can give you a new flight plan up to Charlotte.
What are the winds? Let's get the ATC again. Still Bravo?
Refile from Myrtle to Charlotte for now. Epic 31.
Okay. Let me know when you file the flight plan. Delta 1095.
Waterfowl and bird activity. Watch out for the waterfowl. Winds are 240 at 3. Okay. Oops. And then there's weather. And suddenly weather appears. 240. I love it. Alright, flat 30. Yeah,
Monkey 452 FR cancellation received. Have a great night. See you later.
Not a pro pilot. Auto brake too.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. FedEx
And
9270.
VNAV in the ZIBO is just so right on. It's so awesome. That's probably June or July. Yeah, man. June or July in DC is brutally hot at times. Actually, a lot of times recently. Really, I've never been to Sardinia. Yeah, I was fortunate to go with somebody that I knew. Their sister and brother-in-law were both investment bankers for Credit Suisse First Boston, and they had a flat in London, right off the King's Road. Where was it? Kind of by like Old Church Street in London, off the King's Road. Just a real posh area. They lived there, and this beautiful flat. And they took us to Sardinia for, it was like 10 days in a villa just right at the sea. It was amazing. Olbia, I think it was Olbia. That was the airport, and then Palau, I think, is where we stayed.
JetBlue 423, contact
Never
Atlanta
seen so
Center
much money.
132.907.
The cars and the boats and just the people. I mean, I felt so out of place.
Contact Atlanta Center 132.907.
Beautiful scenery up here, by the way.
Frontier Flight 1220 descending to Jafar 1
Wild
Orlando,
weather.
landing north,
Exactly.
altimeter 2987.
I can't take the fly-by-wire seriously until it has proper VNAV. Yeah, I haven't flown that. I gotta branch out a little bit more in terms of the airplanes that I do fly. But I just heard it doesn't get much better than this.
Delta 1095, clear direct Larry, resume on navigation.
The ZIBO, I mean, it doesn't get much better than the ZIBO. Here's some more weather appearing. Boom! There's some weather. Hopefully in X-Plane 12 they fix that. Just the sudden weather transitions are a little bit immersion breaking, but I mean, once it happens and you settle into it, it's just, I mean, look at that. Look at that. It's just amazing. I don't know. It's just amazing flying this thing. And then it's free. I mean, this is a free, mod. I think I paid, what, 30 or 40 US for Active Sky. I used to use Ultra Weather XP, and honestly, I loved it, and it just started killing my frames too much. This is just Active Sky. And in VR, the resolution's a little lower, so, lower res clouds are okay. Oh, all right, let's pay attention. That's standard. All right, we're coming down. Let's get another swig of coffee here.
FedEx on a 278, let it clear out of your JAX Center.
I think I had too much, quote, coffee last night, which is one of the issues with my approach to
FedEx on a
landing.
278 Heavy, just advise you have information, Golf at Orlando.
Golf's on board, sorry about that.
FedEx on a 278 Heavy, runway 36 left, taxi via Alpha Bravo 10.
It's been the heading bug, man. I'm
Alpha Bravo 10.
neglecting a lot of things up here.
Jacksonville Center, Southwest 1612, level 320,
Too comfortable with the ZIBO. I'm loving flying the Fly J-Sim 732. Yeah, man, it looks so cool. How is that on frames, by the way? I think I'd like to get that. It's for kind of old school, like you just said, VOR to VOR flying. Yeah, I gotta get that.
Southwest 1612, radar contacts 25 miles west of the Grand Strand VOR, maintain level 320.
Finish this coffee.
Maintain level 320,
Southwest 2885, advise information Bravo at Jacksonville, you can plan the visual approach on way 8.
Southwest 2885, yeah, we've got Bravo, and we'll expect visual runway 8. Alright. We got the ILS 8 loaded, so we can kind of rely on the guidance from the ILS. Honestly, in VR, it's a little hard to see when they say, you're 15 miles from Jacksonville, advised, airport in sight. Sometimes it's kind of hard to see just because of the resolution, at least on my headset. It's not the best. This is I guess it's the first generation, like the Oculus Rift. I think they call it the CV1. And it's not the best resolution, but anyway, yeah, so it's kind of hard to see the airport. So sometimes I'll kind of say I've got the airport in sight when I think I have it in sight, and then just kind of rely on the guidance. You just hurt yourself on my on the stream. That's awesome, man. So you're streaming on Discord right now? That's cool. I actually posted a link to this stream up on the Discord, but I cleared it with Sam. I know the terms of the Discord say, don't promote, your products and stuff, and the stream I did last night with John Padfield, I sent him a DM
FedEx 9278
saying, hey, I'm on stream, do you want to join? Because I didn't want to post it. I just don't want to step on his toes and stuff like that, or I want to respect the Discord. But I sent him a DM, Sam, and he said, yeah, it's cool, go ahead. But I said in my DM, I was like, look, I don't have a product. I mean, I'm not you know, I have 0 followers, 0 viewers, whatever. It's just, to me, it's kind of cool to stream because I talk to myself anyway when I'm flying, so why not talk on stream? Who cares? So you are on Discord, cool. Oh, you were sending your whole headphones to Xbox. Whoops. Yeah, so he was cool with it, and I would never stream like when he's streaming or whatnot. Not that anybody would. We're getting a little below. Hold on a second. All right, I gotta pay attention here. What's going on? Oh man, we gotta slow down. Speed brakes, maybe.
JAX 400 heavy radar contact 51 miles southwest of the Sofley VOR. Maintain level 350.
There's some speed.
Maintain 350. JAX 400 heavy.
All right, cool. Close enough to 250. Whoops. Coffee cup. There it is. Yeah, it's for fun. And it is cool. He was, yep, absolutely. It's totally for fun. It's like announcing yourself on like a Discord stream, to me anyway. It's kind of like flying with somebody, to be honest. I mean, it's like, got the chat over here. It's not Jim. Again, I won't use Jim. It's copywritten. So, John over here, or Jeeves. I have Jeeves over here in the first officer's seat.
FedEx 9278 radar contacts altitude.
Altitude. I can't help myself. One of these days I'm gonna say that when I'm keying the PTT, and
maintain level 360 unrestricted.
Oh, you got a 32-inch, a 32 channel mixer. Holy cow, dude! Do you like produce stuff? Are you into music? That's awesome, dude. I have Voice Meter Banana. It's my mixer. I just started doing this.
2895 contact Atlanta Center 132.907. Good day.
3 days ago, I downloaded Streamlabs and I looked up a bunch of YouTubes on how to do this stuff, and it's like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna try doing a live stream on YouTube, and just for the heck of it, whatever. So I downloaded all this stuff, but man, it sounds like you've got quite the kit. That's awesome. By the way, look at this scenery. If I was a live pro streamer, I would say, come on guys, can I get some likes for this scenery? Go ahead and smash that like button. Hit subscribe.
Southwest 2885, turn right heading 250, vectors to the final approach course, and maintain 6,000.
You're right, 250, descend maintain 6,000, Southwest 2885. Alright, things are going to get a little busy for me anyway. Excuse me. Oh, you're a live sound engineer. That's awesome, dude. Alright, I may have to ignore the chat for a little bit here. This is where stuff went really, really wrong. This is where stuff went really wrong last night. So I'm gonna kind of pay attention to what I'm doing, but that's awesome, Matt.
Yankee Mike, Roger, reset transponder squawk 1005.
Again, if I was a real streamer, I would probably have the little alerts off thing on right now and be ignoring chat. All right, cool. Yeah, so
Center, United 250 with you.
See if we can actually run this thing properly this time. That is just too cool, though.
250 Jacksonville Center radar contact.
I mean,
maintain 5,000.
That scenery is amazing.
5,000 feet, United 250.
That is just.
250 turn left heading 340. Left heading 340, United 250.
Likes is smashed. I was kidding. How many likes do I have, Matt? Probably one. I'll like my own thing. Man, this is just, it's just so cool up here. All right, 6,000, 250 vectors. I'm gonna do something here that he's probably not gonna like very much, but I'm gonna slow down a little bit too. Landing lights on. Start switches to continuous. I don't know, taking the cabin.
Jacksonville Center,
yeah, I guess.
Press the minute away, please. That's approved.
Prepare for landing. Flight attendants prepare for landing. Alright, so we'll be on like a left downwind, left base for runway 8. Cool, cool. It's just so amazingly realistic looking.
Southwest 2085 traffic, 11 o'clock, 8 miles, northwestbound 4,500, climbing 5,000, Airbus 320.
Okay, Southwest 2885's looking, yeah, it looks like we got them on the ADSB.
United 250 traffic, 2 o'clock, 6.5
Not called
miles,
ADSB in a actual airliner, but
737.
ADSB on the TCAS, I guess that's called. I will not say fish finder. Oh my gosh. It's one of those, it's like with you to me. Got them on the fish finder. No, you don't. You've got them on, and it's GA, you've got them on ADSB. I guess
Southwest 2885, turn right heading 260.
Right 260, Southwest 2885. Alright, let's not bork this. Yeah. I actually like this controller a lot too. He's really good. Alright, so 144 is VREF, so 149 VREF plus 5. I think I remember how to do this. Landing lights on. Start switch is continuous. You're going to be busy too, yeah. Actually, when I land, I'll pop up Discord and I'll check out your oh.
United 250, climb and maintain level 290. Climb to flight level 290, United 250.
And JAX Center, Southwest 185's got that bus passing underneath us.
Roger, thank you. Southwest 2885, just going to maintain 4,000.
Down to 4, Southwest 2885. Bus no factor, by the way.
Thank you.
Throw in some
United
blocks.
250, clear direct Larry, resume on navigation.
I don't know if that's
Direct to Larry on resume on navigation,
appropriate here,
United
but
250.
I'm going to slow down a little bit. It tells me not to, so we're going down to 4. There we go. Level change might not have been the mode to use, but whatever. Good enough. I think it's fine. That is Jacksonville off to the left there. Man, so money. The visuals. One more sip of coffee before we land for the captain. Excellent.
1,000 to go.
Okay, 1,000. Down to 4. 700 to 4.
30. Delta 980, JAX Center, squawk 1067.
Nice day in Jacksonville.
1067, Delta
For
980.
night, I don't know. I should do a night flight. Should have kept this like real time. Yeah, all good. All right. Yeah, Matt. When I land, I'll check out your.
Delta 980, radar
I'll
contact.
pop over to
the
Discord channel. Check out your landing.
Direct Larry.
Or your approach and landing.
17370 and clear direct Larry.
I think I can pop it into the audio also. I don't know. If I can figure it out in time, I'll do it. May take me a minute. All right, 210 knots.
Southwest 2885, just going to maintain 3000.
Down to 3, Southwest 2885.
Delta 1095, contacted Linus Center 132.907. Good day.
Some more flops.
Do that.
1,000 to
Ooh,
go.
man, we're really going down. All right, level changes a little much. Yeah.
Southwest 612, we are back.
Let's see. Cool. Nice one. I'll tell you, it's pretty cool. Just having one person
radar services terminated. Change of advisory frequencies are
in chat is so like comfortable. Again, it's like flying with somebody. There's an airport down there, maybe.
Good day, Southwest 2885, turn left heading 160, descend maintain 2000.
Okay, left 160, descend maintain 2000, Southwest 2885.
1,000 to go. $1,000 to go.
Perfect.
Southwest 2885, going to make the turn, field 10 o'clock and 10 miles.
Yeah, Southwest 2885 has the field inside.
Southwest 2885, clear visual approach, runway 8.
Clear visual runway 8, Southwest 2885. Get tower in there, 8.3. Cool, so we can switch easily. Alright, so. Alright.
Southwest 2885, contact Jacksonville Tower 118.3, good night.
Tower 118.3 for Southwest 2885, good night.
Yes, MSFS, thanks. As soon as you find a left turn, just make it if you can.
So weird.
Will do.
Jacksonville Tower, Southwest 2885, visual runway 8.
Southwest 2085, continue your approach. Let me know when you're about a 4-mile final.
Okay, we'll continue the approach, let you know when we're about 4 miles out, Southwest 2885. What do we had here? Flaps 10.
Delta 1521, runway 8.
2,000, 180 knots, yeah. Maybe we'll keep going on heading mode. I'm not sure we want to go VOR yet. Yeah, let's just keep going on this heading. Kind of like this heading for now. Maybe here. Then we'll cut it in.
Any left turn? Any left turning probably Yankee. No, there's no left turn.
Go.
I have no idea what's going on here.
Uh-oh.
I think I'm not even on taxi.
Gosh, everybody's blocking each other out.
So I'm going to cut over to the left, but I don't want to get into traffic or anything like that.
You know what? Let's just go gear down at this point. Gear down. Up 15.
GPS 731
Real pilot here.
Contact approach center. 135.902.
I just don't feel like.
3592. UPS 731 heavy.
See ya. Okay.
Delta 1521 with 2340 with 3. Caution weight turbulence.
Why do we not have VOR lock yet?
Runway 8.
Should get it really soon here. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, VOR lock. Alright, arm approach. Oh man, are we high? We're high. Oh, we're high again. Damn. Ah. Forked it up again. Alright. I dropped my. Oh, here we go. Alright, guys. Oh, I went to auto. Oh, we did it again. Darn it. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Darn it. I hit the wrong button. Oh, man. We're not going to make this. Actually, we might. Alright, nothing to see. Nothing to see here.
Just take a
nothing
left.
to see here. Fly the airplane. Nothing to see here.
The runway.
Nothing to see here. Not stabilized. Even close to being stabilized.
Thank you.
Alright. Actually, kind of on speed. This is 2100. Yeah. 2885 runway 8 clear to land.
Delta 1521.
Yikes.
Center 135.902.
Oh, that should have been a go around for sure. I hit the wrong button. I gotta remap that button. Just the high. Terrible. Just terrible. Alright. Well, nothing to see here. Nothing to see. Nothing at all to see here. Do better, Matt. Do better. I hit the wrong button.
Approaching minimums.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we'll get it down.
Minimums.
Hey, Bravo Yankee, stop your taxi right there.
Sync rate, yeah, there we go.
Pass in front of
Bank angle check.
30. 10.
Oh, this is
Stop
terrible.
tax.
Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Holy cow.
Jacksonville Tower, citation 7
Yeah,
Juliet Foxtrot,
what is going on here? Alright, just
7 Juliet Foxtrot, runway 8, line up and wait.
no.
line up and wait, runway 8, 7 Juliet Foxtrot.
So many things went wrong with that. Wow.
80 knots.
What do you think, Matt?
Continue your taxi, follow that
80
TPM.
knots, check. Oh my god. Obviously that would have been a go around. I just
Bravo Yankee.
we're getting it down. I'm not gonna do the replay on that. Yeah. Wow. He didn't even arm the spoilers.
Southwest 2885, left there at Foxtrot, contact ground point 9.
Left on Foxtrot, ground point 9, Southwest 2885. Thank you.
7 Juliet Foxtrot, wind is 240 with 3, flight runway heading, runway 8, clear for
This up
takeoff.
so bad.
Flight runway heading, runway 8, clear for takeoff, citation 7 Juliet Foxtrot.
Oh my gosh. So bad. Southwest 2085, it's a right turn, right?
Affirmative, right turn.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm off here. I think it was this Echo maybe.
It's Bravo. Yeah, it's Echo. Ground's expecting you.
Okay, yeah, I'll go over to ground. Thanks for 2885.
Stop.
Stop NVIDIA.
God, that
You
was
just
so
want to give
terrible.
way to the passing TBM on Alpha.
Matt, it's actually not tricky. I borked it. I did it again with the. I hit the toga button on my yoke. I gotta unbind that control. Jacksonville ground, Southwest 2885 is off runway 8 at Echo.
Southwest 2885, taxi to the terminal via Alpha Hotel.
Terminal via Alpha Hotel, Southwest 2885. Oh man, that was so bad. Oh my god.
And welcome to Jacksonville.
Thank you, sir. It's good to be here for Southwest 2885. Hope you're having a good evening.
Oh, you betcha. Easy 221. Follow the passing 172 on Alpha for 08.
Follow the passing 172 on Alpha for 08.
Oh man, Matt, that's so bad.
TBM 882, contact
Alright, let me get this thing back to the terminal and then I'm gonna watch your landing. Obviously, anybody who is watching this stream, if they ever watch it for like historical purposes, just that was a total go around. I mean, obviously, and I just it's yeah, no, I was getting it down because it's virtual reality in the sim, and yeah, I want to watch Matt's landing on Discord, so that's why. That's why. Oh, a hot air balloon. It looks like in the water tower. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that's why we did that.
Cessna 8 Bravo Yankee.
Which is why
118.3 and have a good flight.
Not for what do they say in the disclaimers? Not for real world training purposes. just for whatever. Just for fun. Was that fun? That was fun until the last 2 minutes, man. I'll tell you, I don't know what. I have to unbind like this. You can't see it because I'm in VR, but I have a button over here, and it's my thumb button, and I use it for different purposes for different airplanes. And in this aircraft, it is the toga button, and I hit it, and the throttle's firewalled, and
Easy 221, contact
man,
tower
I mean, just
118.3.
that's what happened.
Contact tower 118.3, 61, thank you for the ATC.
Dang. Terrible. Oh man. Oh, everybody's getting to say see ya, and I didn't. That's alright. I'll get a see ya in there when I get to the terminal. Where are we going? Let's at least sort of do a kind of shutdown. Oops. Ooh, KLM. Oh, Matt. Oh, look good for me. Matt, I like you, man. You're a good guy. Thanks. You are a good guy, because that was terrible. All right, let's taxi here. KLM. What is that? What? Oh, I like it. Does KLM fly to Jacksonville? Restricted area. All right. Well, I guess I have to go around the restricted area. Let's turn the music up a little bit at least. I don't know. There we go. Ah, soothing. Very nice. Excellent. Where did I say that we're going? Let's see. I should probably slow down here while I look at this. Charlie 2. I think Charlie 2 is. Oops. There's the. Like the. Right in there. Oh, maybe. Is this Charlie 2 right here? Landing lights are still on too. Fantastic. Excellent. I know, it's never set properly. Is this Charlie 2? Let's pretend that this one's Charlie 2. We can marshal ourselves in. I think this is probably... Oh, it is Charlie 2. Yes, exactly like we planned it. Fantastic. Alright. Now let's see if we can do this. We do one thing right here in the stream. We'll marshal ourselves. There we go. Oop. Oh, there goes my manipulator thing. Alright, hang on. Professional here. Get a little bit closer to... Let's see, do we have markings? No. Goodness. I'm sure everybody survived. I can't wait to see the replay. I'm not doing a replay of this one. I'm just going to assume that it doesn't look right, but now we'll stop here. Alright. Part 1. Southwest. Parking brake. Just that accident with them cargo pilots with the toga button. Yeah, exactly. Wow, this is another example of that. Oops. Did that really... Did I just do that? Oh my gosh. Come on. Alright. APU is on. That can come off. Check the jet bridge? I don't know. No idea what I'm doing. Shut this down. Thank you. Amazing marshaller view. Yes, thank you. Okay. So I'm going to assume that the jet bridge is going to actually come out to meet us here in a second. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe we didn't. Maybe the marshalling view wasn't that great because we didn't pull up enough. I don't know. Alright, that's good. Yeah, the jet bridge is not moving. Why? Maybe we have to spool the engines down. I don't know. Sheesh. Come on, really? Maybe we didn't pull it far enough. I don't know. We don't have ground power. Now we screwed this up too. Okay, well. Just the head shake makes all the difference. Yeah. No, there's no excuse for that landing. I totally screwed it up. I'm going to do another one of these tomorrow. All right, well. The jet bridge apparently is not going to come to meet us. So, I guess we'll just shut down. No ground power, no nothing. Bye. Alright. Matt, I'm going to hop over into Discord and check out your stream. That was so bad. Oh, jeez. Alright. Well, that was good until the last 2 minutes. and then it was bad. So, thanks.
Reverse levers, idle 60 knots.
Okay, well, it was messy. That was really messy. Sick flight, man, yeah. Passengers were sick. Alright, let's let's take a look at the replay. Why not, right? Hang on. Let's see. Alright, real quick. Alright, disconnected, yes. I'm sure they want to have nothing to do with me. Although this time I followed all the instructions from ATC just fine. It was that, just that toga. Damn, that toga button. It's like in the, what is it? The Phoenix 742. Damn. This. Alright, let's... Where's our approach? Yeah, see right here, it was... Oh no. Hang on. Sorry about the volume. Volume is probably way too loud. Let's see. Throttle jockeying. Ugh. Terrible. You hear the passengers screaming right now. Oh, yeah, right there again. Somehow the... Oh, big bounce. Wow. Look at this. Yay.
Reverse levers, idle 60 knots.
Oh my gosh. Ugh. Alright. Well. Thanks for watching. And we'll do another one maybe tomorrow. I don't know. That was so brutal. Alright. Matt, I'm going to join over on